Hellraiser Inferno. We're in direct-to-video territory now. With the theatrical films continuing to decline in box office sales, it really made the most sense to just go this route. With the direct-to-video sequels, oftentimes Dimension took an unrelated spec script, inserted Pinhead, and used the Hellraiser name. Bam! You've got a Hellraiser sequel. And that explains this one. It's about a corrupt detective, Joseph Thorne, as he tracks down a killer known as the Engineer. Sounds like something out of The Matrix. Joseph is a douchebag. He narrates some of the film in true detective fashion, and at one point he tells us that he believes in monogamy, only to cheat on his wife with a hooker a few minutes later. He gets a call from her the next day and literally hears her being murdered over the phone. To prevent himself from being tied to the crime scene, not only does he have his partner help him erase all evidence that he was with her, but he sets up his partner to cover his tracks. With every murder, Joseph finds a finger, which he discovers comes from a kid who's still alive. So not only is he trying to solve the murders, but he's trying to keep a kid alive, much like in Silence of the Lambs.
Now he places the lotion in the basket.
Now what does this have to do with Hellraiser? The very first crime Joseph investigates, he finds a puzzle box and opens it. Instead of the usual demons coming to get him, Joseph kind of enters an alternate, dreamlike world where he keeps having visions of Cenobites. They don't really attack him, more like threaten him. Some of these scenes are strangely provocative, in a gruesome, disturbing way. Geez, they can make your skin crawl. Eventually, Joseph gets a videotape made by the killer where the engineer actually looks directly into the camera. This is a chilling scene. Of course, when Joseph goes back to headquarters to view the tape, its contents are erased. Within a few minutes, the actual murder happens, and Joseph knows how everything plays out before it happens, making him a prime suspect. And it's this scene that will probably clue you into the ending. I won't spoil it, but follow your instincts. They pretty much reveal it to you with this scene. Doug Bradley returns as Pinhead, but you really feel like he was tossed in at the last minute. His only real appearance comes at the end. He honestly didn't need to be in this one, aside from the fact that they wanted this to be a Hellraiser movie. On a certain level, the film is deep, and it actually feels like a detective story. The problem is, there were already tons of films out like this at the time, and far better made, and I'm sure fans of the series weren't expecting this. I have to say, for a direct-to-video movie, they were clever in not trying to compete with the theatrical films, opting to tell a smaller story using elements from earlier installments. I think that was a much better route to take than simply rehashing the same story with a lower budget. Still, it stands apart from the earlier movies, feeling more like an anthology entry than continuing the already established groundwork. It works as its own movie, and it was an interesting take, but at the end of the day, it's a direct-to-video movie using an established franchise to promote an otherwise mediocre film in a genre that's known for far better movies. I give it 2 creepy engineer faces.